Hi, guys, and
And welcome
welcome
to
to
the
the
Precious's
Precious's
podcast.
podcast. On today's episode, we are just going to be sharing with you 3 lessons each we've
Mm.
learned in the family sector this year. So, anything that has to do with family parenting.
Go and grab your notes. I came with pen and paper.
So, we don't want to make the video too long, so I'll go first. The first thing I learned
You say
in,
well, three
yeah,
things.
3 things each that we learned
Three things.
in the family and parenting sector this year. So I'll go first. The first thing I learned this year is that the family that comes from me is priority over the family I come from. In as much as that sounds somehow, but it's scriptural and realities of life has made it so that when it comes to priority, my husband and my kids are my first priority. This doesn't mean this neglect anyone or neglect where you're coming from, but when it comes to priority, these are my this is my primary place of assignment. In as much as I'm a mom, I'm a daughter and a sister and friends and family friends to other people, there should not ever be a time where my family is lacking and I'm taking care of
Another
person's, my father and my mom, that's their primary place of assignment. Is their responsibility to put us together and tend that family. But this is no one is going to do it for me. So they've groomed me. What I should be doing is honor and help. This is my turn to groom my
and
own
use
home.
what they have groomed you to
Then
raise your
groom
own
my own
children.
kids. Yeah. So at that so there's always this pressure of trying to prove a point where we somehow neglect primary place of assignment, the spiritual covering we
And I
should be
think what that
providing for our
ends
own
up
parents.
creating
Yeah.
what we, I think back home we call it, um, how do you put this in back home? Like something that is happening from generation to generation. Generational causes, we'll call them correct, is because the thing is you see your mom struggled, you noticed them in your own family. Instead of you to fix it, you are still trying to fix the one in the family, and then you end up repeating the mistakes your mom made in your own. And then your daughter makes it, and then your grandchildren now says this is a generational, because it's most times not is they are just generational patterns that we do not look at and address them in your own family. So you have to say, okay, the ball stops with me. It has happened. My dad has made the mistake, and there is nothing I'm going to do to change it. There is nothing I'm going to do to make him victim or anything. My responsibility is to make sure that my kids don't see that same mistake in me.
God. Yeah, do exactly. I didn't know how to really explain it. Thanks for throwing more light to it. So,
number two.
Oh, do you want me to finish?
Yeah.
So the second thing I learned as a family this year is that the way I have my own family norms and patterns. Chikema, please go that way with
Mama, go play with
go to
sit
the
with baby sister, okay?
Okay, daddy's coming to help you with the scooter. We are busy. When we finish, we'll come and help you, okay? The second thing I learned in the family perspective this year is to respect other people's family norm. What's that? What's wrong?
Cutting my go. I will come and show you how to use this thing later. Mommy and daddy is busy. Just sit down the way your sister is sitting down.
Coming.
Okay, so you say respect other.
So the second thing I learned in the family this year is to respect other people's family norm. So I don't know how to explain this, but the way we are setting family standards for our own home, there are other people that we are friends with. There are certain standards for their own home. It might not always be the same. One thing we should all have in common, ideally, is the Christian faith. But that does not automatically mean that we are going to have the same family norm. Now, I always had this issue and habit of always going over and beyond, discomforting my own family to show up for others, even when I shouldn't, even when it's not ideal, and let's say my kids are sick or something like that. It is wrong for me to expect
Them to
that
do
they are going to do that because I do that. So what that led me to realize is there are things that are deal breakers for us. They are not deal breakers for some of
For
our
other
friends, and
family.
there are things that are deal breakers for them that we
That
might not see.
we can
So
keep on
yes.
that.
So before I start throwing tantrums, because I had this I had this family friend that I've been misunderstanding for a while. I was like, oh, this happened to me, you did not come, this happened to this, I asked you for help, this one, and I asked for I was just going on and on. And the point I had to sit down and as at the time the event was happening, I was feeling like I was giving and not receiving. But I did some self-evaluation this year and I found out that no,
That's how they were raised.
this is these people's families. At the time I was expecting them to leave their family to show up for me. Their own family standard did not allow them to do that at that time. I might have thought I have an emergency, but to them, their family comes first before my emergency. Do you understand? So I've not even come to the point of having that discussion with them that are finally understand. You know who I'm talking about at this point. At the point this thing happened, I was very angry and I was like, this thing happened to my husband. I asked for her, blah, blah, blah. It's led to years and years of fragmentation and all that. But by the end of this, I was just talking. I was like, no, this is madness. I've got lots of things I learned this year, but I'll just keep it at this tree. I'll just throw in one for motherhood. Is that there is no pre-designed script for motherhood. I used to be that person that would be like, oh my God, I'm not doing this for my kids. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. This person is doing this. This person is doing that. This person is doing this. This is going on. Yeah. There is no pre-designed scripts for motherhood. Motherhood is you learn every day, you get better as you go. Different things work for different people depending on your background, your level of knowledge, your career, the level of support you have. Different people have different levels of support and all that. So there used to this person I used to there used to be this person, or there is this person I used to like admire the way she is always calm with her children, and but she's British. Her family is here. Like she has support everywhere. She barely even like she just that is what she does, just
Look after
focusing.
the kids.
Yeah. So I can't put myself in that shoe. I'm here on a skill worker visa, meaning that whether I like it or not, I have to go to work. I have. So yeah, there is no ways, there is no pre-designed script for motherhood. You will discover yourself. Different things will work for you in different seasons. So be flexible, be adaptable, be open-minded. There are a lot of things that I used to say before, hey, that's a bad mother. That now I'm doing them, not things that are bad, like things that you used to like overthink. I can never do that to your kids. All this whole drama of screen time is not good, is good, debates, it's unnecessary. As long as there is
Basically, do what
works for you. So don't try to force others into your own method of motherhood, and don't try to force yourself into other people's method of motherhood. There's something you can say, oh, this is very bad for the child. Someone else that has good knowledge and good experience will use that same thing positively. So there's no prison.
But I think most times when it comes to parenting, most people tend to focus more on than the positive.
Yeah.
So you say, okay, I did this with my child and this bad thing happened to my child.
And then everybody
So
goes,
that
oh,
means
it's bad.
if you do it to your child, the same thing. Like I had a discussion with some persons and we were talking about this immunization.
Oh,
And
yeah.
and some people said, oh, we immunized our child and we had this bad experience. And some other people says it is not true. So
Yeah.
I think is basically what works for you. As regards to immunization, everybody has different genes. There are people who will take it and they will come down with
Even
issues.
me as an
And there are
adult, I
people who
react to
will thank you. There
vaccines.
are people who
Yeah.
will take it and they'll be fine. So one um it's not something that is cast on stone and all that. So I think that's your 3 points you have learned. Yay!
Over to you.
Okay, so what are the 3 things I've learned from parenting and raising family? It's been 4 years now, 4 to 5 years.
Yeah, 4 to 5 years
4 to
family,
5
3 to
years,
4
yeah,
years
yes,
parenting. Yeah.
and it's been a mix of drama, headache.
Yeah.
Mostly because I work from home. I spend most times with the kids, and it can be really, really frustrating. But one thing I've realized is that your peace should not be negotiated. Your peace should, when you are raising children, you should guard your sanity at all cost.
Your
You
peace should
yes,
not
if
be
there is some, because the
negotiable.
truth is these children are looking at your face, they're looking at your reactions. You start acting angry, they
And they
start
start
acting
grooming
groom
themselves.
themselves that way and feeling that. So if there is something, let's say there's a job or there is a business that is going to make you kind of bring certain energy back to the house, it's something that should not be negotiated at any point. That is one of the things I had to learn this year, is that if this thing is going to give me issues, you can just keep it. I need my mental health, and the children are stressing me enough. I need my mental health in order to be able to deal, because sometimes I had one issue one time, and unknowingly I was passing the aggression on the children. Like, you will be simple things that they are just climbing
Yeah,
on
you
your head. You
snap.
start screaming
Yeah.
and shouting. They are not the one that caused your problem. And normally you guys play like that before,
Yeah.
but you are passing on that energy to them
From
without
somewhere.
even knowing. And then the second thing is that the struggle is not peculiar to you. One of one of my favorite scriptures is, there is nothing that is
It's
happening to
new.
you
Yeah.
that is new. And I think a few months ago I was really, really struggling until I had a few discussions with
With
some,
other
and I was like,
partners.
oh yeah, I think I'm actually doing well. I think I'm actually doing well. So if you're a parent, I think one of the things that will help you is reach out to other people in that space. When here in in England, it will be foolishness to be calling people in Nigeria
Because
to
it's
ask them,
different,
because we have different
mechanisms. Yeah.
reality. So somebody in Nigeria will not understand what I'm saying. The same way I will not understand
How they
what
are.
they are
Yeah.
doing, or why they are doing what they are doing, or what they are saying. So it's there is nothing you are going through that is there's somebody going through it. If you can hear from that person and see how they are coping through that thing,
And
it can actually help you become better. And then the third one is, you don't have all the answer. No matter how much you try, like you said initially, there is no script. Nobody, I was speaking with a friend the other day, was like, nobody gave us a template for raising children. I just found myself that I'm a father. Nobody told me this is what to do, this is what not to do.
even
And
the
it
person
makes
telling
it
you
worse
is,
when
yeah,
you are 300,000 miles away from
from
family, friends, people who have had children, who would have guided you and
so
all
you're
that. So
literally
you are
just figuring
literally
it out.
figuring it out
Yeah.
on your own. And so it's not bad to ask questions. It's not bad to look for people who have been ahead in that same system you are, and ask them, how are you doing it? I'm having issues with childcare. How do you manage yours? And I think one of the things the Indian communities do, they have this set of a communal
So yeah,
living
they
where
do really
they
have the
share,
Asian community. They have it
but
very
we don't really
strong.
have that as Africans, which is actually bad. But
That's a
that's
topic for
digressing.
another day.
That's digressing. So you, this is parenting is a whole, is a snowball. It's
It's
something
just
that we have barely talked on childcare and taking
we
care
can't
of it.
even
Like, it's a snowball
the
of
thing,
its
the
own.
thing that parenting treats you how you understand it.
Mm.
I've realized that there are two different perspectives of parenting in England and back home in Nigeria. What I found in England is that parenting is a lifestyle, is an
It's an
assignment.
assignment.
People tend to pause every
Their
other
life.
area of
People
their life and
actually
focus
stop
on.
working
So
for 16
yeah,
to 17
so
years
so
to
different
focus on.
areas of their life according to how
Mm.
old the child is different areas of adjustment.
Mm.
That's why some of my manager didn't understand why I was coming back to work, full hours and all that,
Mm.
when I had two kids on that too and all that.
They felt like you
Yeah, it felt
you
like
don't
I was,
know.
yeah,
Yeah.
just sit and but you get what I mean? That's what they do.
Do.
Some of them take a care career
If you
break
if you
and
notice, most times people who work full time, yeah, are actually from their 40s,
Yes. So
60s.
when their kids have gained independence,
Independent,
they
they
go
go
back
back
to
to
career,
work.
and their system enables them to
Enables you
do
to do
that.
that, yes.
But
You need to have a level of
yes,
leverage to be
that's
able to
if
do
you
that.
notice since we some people, this for those of us that are on skilled worker visas, if you have a dependent, and you have small kids, try and let the dependent be as flexible as possible. Having two permanent jobs, the
It's
person that
crazy.
it's crazy that your family
I run my own business. I work for myself.
from
I
home,
pick my
and
own hours, and
it's
it's
still
crazy. So
so
imagine,
of
imagine
us
where
are
I said I
rotary.
was working somewhere before. I dropped my recognition with a text message. I'm not coming back. You should not bother.
Yeah.
There also is. So that's the things we've learned from parenting in the last 5 years. You have anything, any contributions, anything you have personal, like we
Drop it in
said
the comments.
in the things we discussed, nobody is an island of knowledge. So
We're still learning
if there is a
actually.
way you are doing your own,
And it's one thing.
you can drop it in the comments, or you can send us an email for private discussions.
Yeah.
As long as the consultation is free, we'll get in touch. We'll get in touch. I'm actually watching these kids on the camera. The camera is going to use the potty. All right, guys, you are the host for today's.
All right, so guys, that's just a snippet. I'm really happy that we are back because I really enjoy this is because this is reflection for me, and all these things you share now I've learned from it. So
You
we-
pay honorary.
that's why we said that something's in the pipeline, and we're going to be gifting anyone that is going to. So who can say what we are planning, what we are launching? I'll give you a clue. It has to do with our community here. It's not outside, like it's not our personal life, it's about this space. So guess what do you think?
Let us know in the comments.
We have
We
a
are still
gift for
picking out
whoever
gift for
gets
somebody.
it right.
When
So,
are we-
yeah, just New
New
Year, the
Year.
first week in New Year.
First week
Yeah.
in New Year. Gifting somebody.
Yeah. So
Thank you guys for joining in today, and please subscribe to this channel.
subscribe, share,
Share this channel
follow,
with
like.
somebody. It helps you to know that
We are
are
actually
doing
making
something-
sense.
Making sense. So please subscribe to this channel, please. And if you can, share it with someone that will find it valuable. I hope this video helped you today. I'm trying to close this like my short.
You like your video,
My
like,
first-
this video help you. I'll see you in the
Thank
next
you
one.
guys for watching. Let's go after the kids. Okay, we need to take Tom.